1, 0 and 2, 2. So we are going to find the covariance for these data sets. So to define the covariance, first we have to divide what is the mean for these data sets. Here there are total 3 data sets are given. So we are going to find the mean for these 3 data sets. So first we are going to define the first term in the data set. The first terms are 0, 1 and 2. We have to find the mean for this data sets. So 0 plus 1 plus 2. So totally there are 3 data sets. So we are going to divide it by 3. So again the next term is 1, 0 and 2. Again we are going to sum of all the second terms and divide it by 3. While simplifying this, I can answer as 1, 1. So that is the mean for these 3 data sets. So next we are going to find what is the centered value. So how we are going to define the centered value means we are going to subtract. So we are going to subtract the 3 data sets with the mean formula. So here the first data set is 0, 1. So we are going to subtract that with this mean term, that is the 1, 1. While subtracting 0 minus 1, I get an answer as minus 1. And again the second value, that is the 1 minus 1, I get an answer as 0. So similarly we are going to do for the remaining data sets also. So the second data set is 1. So 1 minus 1, I get an answer as 0. Again the next term 0, 0 minus 1, I get an answer as minus 1. Then the third data set is 2, 2. While subtracting it from 1, 1, I get an answer as 1, 1. So this is the centered value, that is the minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1 and 1, 1. So next we are going to define the covariance. For that we have to define what is the matrix for all those 3 data sets. So first we are going to define the matrix for the first centered value, that is the minus 1 and 0. So we are not going to define the matrix for the centered value. So for minus 1, 0, we have to multiply these 2 terms in the row column as well as the column value. So while multiplying this minus 1 into 1, I get an answer as 1. Again minus 1 into 0, I get an answer as 0. Similarly we are going to do for the second element also, that is 0 into minus 1, I get an answer as 0. Again 0 into 0, I get an answer as 0. So this is the matrix for the first centered value, that is the minus 1 and 0. So next we are going to define the for the second data set, second centered value. Again we are going to multiply this column value with the row value. While multiplying 0 into 0, I get an answer as 0. Again 0 into minus 1, I get an answer as 0. Then the second element, that is the minus 1 into 0, I get an answer as 0. Again minus 1 into minus, I get an answer as 1. So this is the matrix for the second centered value, 0, minus 1, that is 0, 0, 0 and 1. So next we are going to define the matrix for the third centered value, that is the 1, 1. So again we are going to multiply that with row element as well as the column element. While multiplying 1 into 1, I get an answer as 1. Again 1 into 1, I get an answer as 1. Then in the second element, that is the 1 into 1, 1. Again 1 into 1. So this is the matrix for the third data set, the third centered value, that is the 1, 1. So now we define the matrix for all the centered elements. So next we are going to find the covariance value. Here there are totally 3 data sets. So I am going to divide it by 3, that is the 1 by 3. Again we are going to add all the values, or that is the all 3 matrix. So the first element is 1, 0 and 1. So I am going to add this all first element in the 3 matrix, that is 1 plus 0 plus 1. Again we are going to sum up the second elements in all the 3 matrix. So the second elements are 0 plus 0 plus 1. And next the third element is 0, 0 and 1. Again I am going to add all those values. And the final element of these 3 matrices is 0, 1 and 1. So similarly we are going to sum up all this value. While simplifying this, I get an answer, that is the matrices 2, 1 and 1. So now we are going to simplify this value, that is we are going to divide it by all the elements by 3. So there are 2 by 3 is answer 0.66 and 1 by 3 is 0.33 and 1 by 3 is again 0.33. Here 2 by 3 is 0.66. So this is the value for the covariance. The matrix is 0.66, 0.33, 0.33 and 0.66. So finally this is the covariance value. So here there are total 3 data are given. So first we found what is the mean value. Using that mean value, next we are going to define the centered value. Then for the centered value we define 3 matrix. Then by sum of all the 3 matrix we get an answer for the covariance value. Thank you.